January 21st, 2019. 32 degrees. California snow, I call it. It's so warm out. .63 mph. On my way to California. Actually, I have to stop at St. George, deliver this load, pick up another trailer that apparently is stopped because of tractor having issues, so it's at Volvo. To go pick it up and continue it on its journey after I unload this load. It's like that guy got into that powder over there, kind of spun out a bit, and then chickened out and got back onto the asphalt here. That's the problem with that snow right there. It's so warm out. It's 31, temperature's dropping, which is nice. I won't hesitate to go into that left lane, only because I'm not going to sit behind like FedEx here. You just have to do it properly because it is warm out. So the best thing to do is to get in there now and start gaining control, see what the issues are. Easy on the throttle. Brake traction is when you jackknife. Got a light load on. About 10,000 pounds. And downshift here. Easy on the throttle so I don't break traction. Steady. Slowly give it more and more power. Still 31 degrees. Speed is 48. A little washing going on here. Saw the plow truck earlier, about the 95, 99 marker. We're at the 84 right now, westbound. He was sanding the wet asphalt, which is usually something you do in the evening. I used to plow for CDOT. My theory was I'd like to get it on there right when it was freezing in hopes that the ice will grab a hold of the granulars, the sand, and freeze it in there so it'd be a little bit more like sandpaper. We are clearly ahead of that truck, so we'll go back over. I don't like to pass a vehicle and get right back in the guy's face unless I got a whole bunch of people behind me trying to get around. Other than that, I'll leave plenty of room before I move back over. This is Summit. It doesn't actually have a name other than Summit, which is kind of, what am I trying to say, kind of ironic? I don't know if that's the word. Usually you have stuff like Vail Summit or Donner Summit. But to call Summit Summit, I guess it summits up pretty good. We are at 63 mph. No throttle, no brakes. Now I'm giving a little bit of throttle. Can turn the wiper blades off for a bit, I think. Still about 62, 63 mph. That FedEx truck coming up behind me. If he wants to hammer down, we can do it. I don't want to be in his way. But if he does get on my butt, and he doesn't want to get in the left lane to pass me, then I'll get in there and let him pass me. Courteous. 69 mph right now. 30-degree temperature. It's not frozen out there. It's wet. Time is 11:40 a.m. I'm only doing that just to get away from that FedEx truck. He's coming down. Right with me. The trick here is to stay in your wet part. I don't need this wind right now, but I'll deal with it. Slow down a little bit. Just blowing across the highway. If it takes my trailer and blows it, I need to be able to keep my foot into the throttle to keep the tractor going forward so the trailer snaps right back behind. If I let the wind whip me around too much, take the tractor with it. If I was heavy, which I'm not, I would just rip right through this stuff. But 10,000 pounds is better than nothing. I missed a good video a couple weeks ago. Hit the brakes here a little bit. Let off. Just coasting around here. Giving it a little bit of throttle right now. But I had us going 287 between Fairplay and Denver. It's closer to Fairplay. The wind was blowing, crosswind, 35 mile an hour. I was empty. Woo! Snow on the road like this. But it was actually more like the left-hand lane there. And it was a 2-lane highway. I really should not have been on there, but the road was fine. There was no warnings. Even when I got there wasn't any warnings. But I knew in the back of my mind that the possibility could exist. Sure as heck, it was there. I made it through, no problem, but it was white knuckle, seat clenching run that I wished I would have got on video, but I was too busy holding onto the steering wheel and paying 110% attention. I'm agnostic, so I definitely wasn't praying or anything like that. I was dealing with the situation and dealing with it. It should get nicer, but I don't know, because we are going down in elevation. I don't know what it's like on 15, Interstate 15. Could be snowy. I haven't bothered to look, actually. I don't care one way or the other. I have to make this delivery, so it's going to happen. I do remember seeing a digital readout last, was it Friday? Monday storm was coming. Apparently it was 100% correct. 67 mph. lane departure warning going off. I hate that thing. Coming up on a couple of tractors and a couple of cars, four-wheelers. They were sitting behind the tractor, but then when this lane opened up over here, they moved over. Now it looks like they moved back, which is fine. I want to be able to get around them, but no sense in impeding the highway, which they really do in Colorado. We'll slow down here a bit. 65 right now. A little breakage, a little more wiper. Down shifted a gear. 1300 RPM. Nice and easy. I got one side of my tractor in grip, the other side in slip. So it gives you a little bit more confidence when half of your vehicle is on the grippy part. If it was all on the slippy part, I would have gone a lot slower. Dealt with it differently. Coming up here, slow down a little bit. Get into the powder. As long as these people stay in their lane, we shouldn't have any problems. I was coasting there, giving a little bit of throttle now. 31 degrees still, meaning it's really slippery out. I don't know that. I haven't actually tested it. I know that from experience. Temperature is like one of the main components when driving on the snow, determining how you will drive. If this was 10 degrees below zero, everything would be all fluffy. You got better grip. As soon as I get to the straighter areas, I'm throttle away from old FedEx here. This plow truck has actually sort of screwed me up. He put all that plow to the left, which slows down the left side of my tractor. There. Back into natural powder. Ooh, it's wind. Everybody be like, oh, why are you passing? Oh my God, you're an idiot. No load is worth your life, risking your life. You're such a bad driver. Those are the people who've never driven in the snow. I, on the other hand, know what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is getting away from other vehicles. I do not want to be around any other vehicle. If I was next to that truck and little trailer right there and he loses control, he's going to hit me. If I have any type of knee-jerk reaction, we both go off the highway. If I stand my ground, there's a chance he could get wrapped up underneath my trailer and there's a huge old mess. My goal is to completely avoid that by being and staying away from them. I'll hang here a little bit until I can accelerate enough to get boom around him, which looks pretty good here. Just hang your ground there, brother. Don't be doing anything stupid. He's an older gentleman. Hopefully he's experienced this type of stuff before. I have come across older gentlemen in the past who were completely scared and shook up about the snow. And at first my inclination is, how can you the years that you've been alive, how could you not have learned a little bit about snow? But then it quickly came into my head that he's probably never dealt with it. It's the only thing I can think of. Right now we're 56 mph. Temperature still 31 degrees. The breeze is up a bit. Remember, I have 10,000 pounds on. My tractor's 35 empty and trailer, so I'm 45 gross, roughly. Not exact science. Might have to put some defrost temperature on the windshield. I don't like it when my windshield gets impeded. $60 an hour. We're headed into Salinas, Utah. That's our next town. About 10 miles away. I don't see a mile marker here, I'll tell you. It'll get better when we get out of this windy crap. On light pressure brake right now. Bringing it down to 50. There's 50 right there, off the brake. Coasting around lightly. The reason I did that, it was going downhill and dogleg to the right. Now I throttle up. There's 55. Let up on the throttle. Coasting, mile marker 70. So we have 14 miles. Maybe 13 miles to Salina. The wind is blowing me, so I'm not going to fight it. Nobody around me, so I drifted into that lane like that. Go back on over. And by the way, I already knew there was nobody there. But when the wind pushed me, instead of jerking the steering wheel a little bit to get more, I just went with it, went with the flow. Had there been a vehicle there, I would have possibly hit the brakes lightly and turn the steering wheel a bit more. You don't want to go too much because you lose whatever traction you got. You're just coasting around right now. At 54 mph. Throttle, a little no throttle, a little throttle, 52 mph, nice and easy. Turn that defrost down a bit. Throttle kind of medium power. 55 mph. Let up a little bit. Got another local Utah in. Let's get over. $60 miles an hour. Let up on the throttle. 60 mph. Light throttle. Up on the throttle a bit. 61 mph. $32, temperature's rising. Turn my defroster down even more. Put the defroster on high to counteract the snow accumulation on the windshield, which then impedes the visibility. $64. Ooh, it's hot. I'm gonna turn that thing down. Coasting around at 62 miles per hour. Down to 61. Throttle up. Upshift. 65. Steady. I was actually expecting, I started out in Grand Junction this morning, and I was actually expecting snow, to wake up to snow, but there wasn't any. I didn't really get any snow until I hit these hills east of Salina, Utah. Ridgefield area. About 60 miles from the start of I-70. This shit looks nasty right here. A little icy. We're at 59, 60. Throttling right now. 63, 64. You can see it's all wet now. Plenty of grip. If I had to slam my brakes on, I'd be alright. If I had to slam it in the left lane, I would not be alright. That's how you read the snow, which then determines your driving. A lot of people, they get in the snow, they drive one way all the time without taking any other factors into the equation. Snow equals slow, period. Well, it's all fine and dandy for people who don't know, haven't learned anything about driving in snow. Well, a lot of times I brush off comments from some people who view the video and sling mud at me. I don't even care. Hell, Jesus Christ would get hate mail. I'm not comparing myself to him at all. I'm just saying, I don't care who you are, you will get hate mail. We're at 69 mph. As you see, the road, boom, totally changed. It's like driving in a rainy day. 70 mph. Mile marker 63. And then we have 3 miles left to the township. I know this is a downhill portion. If I was heavy, I could do 75, 80. The speed limit is 80. I like this little cabin over here. Right there. To the right. Nice little ranchette. Snowing pretty good. 33 degrees. 7 miles from Salina, but that's actually, I'd have to turn right off of the highway and then go north to get to Salina, Utah. We ain't about that. Not now, not ever. Well, I can't say not ever because I do take that route sometimes. if I'm going to go to Reno, Nevada, California, I like to take the loneliest highway in America, Highway 50. So I would get off here, go north through Salina, go back out to 15, go south, get back on the highway and go west. I like that highway because there's usually nobody out there. Courtesy to other truckers, get out of their way, if at all possible. If not, slow down. Turn the lane departure warning back off again. It's like every 15 minutes. Turn it off, it'll go back on if you another 15 minutes. So now we're on that hill. We're going to go into what they call economy. I call it Mexican overdrive, neutral. We're coasting 73, 74. 75, 77. Woohoo! 78. It looks like that's all we're going to get out of the Mexican overdrive is 78. 77, going back down. For anybody who wants to criticize me and condemn me for cultural appropriation, yo eso bueno mexicano. So, very well versed in the Mexican culture. I go to Mexico, go fishing, will retire in Mexico, and learn that phrase from Mexicans. So any of you cultural appropriation, pink-haired, green-haired assholes who want to call me out on it, go right ahead. Like I said earlier, I don't care. I love Mexican overdrive. I love Mexicans. I love Mexican food. And I voted for Trump. And here we are. Not a bad place to park. Do a 10-hour break. I always time my 34s so I can be in Vegas or back at home. I'm going to be sitting for 34 hours. I want something to do. There's a Love's truck stop, and then there's this old truck stop on the right. I forget the name of it. The old truck stop was there forever, on the north end of the highway. And then they built the Love's. Then they built another one. I thought it was going to be a Love's and a Pilot Flying J. Then the building quit being built after it had already been started. Then it got put back up, got refinanced or whatever. They finished the building. And then the guy had the gall or the nerve to put up a big old sign, a couple of them. No parking in our lot unless you've made a purchase. I'm like, all right, brother, I'll never buy anything from you. Well, that only lasted so long. Eventually they took down that sign, covered it up. Oh, that's hilarious. I love capitalism. That truck stop on the right, it's been there forever. They're pretty cool. Their fuel is $2.46, and the Lowe's is $3.13. And that other place is called Express Fuel. So those corporate truck stops do rip you off. Anyway, we are out and about. We're down out of the mountains. We can put cruise control on, set it and forget it, I like to call it. Just pay attention to the other morons on the highway or other people on the highway. Jam some heavy metal rock. Get to St. George. Y'all have a good day, man. Peace.